We'll move on to another game that happened on the Saturday. Manchester United versus Nottingham Forest. Obviously, Nottingham Forest looked very good very early on. Within the first
Yeah.
5 minutes, they find themselves 2-0 up. Um, yeah, no, I don't really get what's going on at United. Obviously, they turned it around.
Mm.
Yeah, some very, very good goals. The Casemiro one that stood out for me, a great bit of set piece, training
Yeah.
ground work, straight from the training ground, the old saying is. And yeah, um, they didn't look great, Man United, but they got the
Mm.
job done. And I think if they want to finish in sort of in the top four, you've got to grind out wins and have that sort of grit and determination again with the fight back that we've spoken about with Liverpool. Um,
Mm.
to come back from behind and get results and have that belief, and they had that, and I think that's what played massively into their part. But yeah, what do you make of Man United at the minute, Adam?
As a Liverpool fan, I'm obviously maybe a little bit biased, but I think it's not just top four for them. I think they should be aiming for competing right up there. I think they should be expected to, with not just the money they've spent, but they've got the manager. The manager's had time to bring in the right players that he wants. He wanted Mount, he wanted Anthony, he wanted Casemiro, all these guys. He's Martinez. He's brought them in, Arnana, and now he's got his team, as much of his team as he wants. He's got Hoyland as well, so he's yet to come in. He'll probably come in after the international break, maybe. Um, I'd be slightly concerned. Fullback, obviously, they're looking at. I think I've seen Cucurella thrown about.
Yeah, I've seen that. That looks
I
risky.
think I've seen Sergio Reguilon as well.
Yeah,
As potential in there for loans, because Shaw's meant to be out for a couple of months actually, which I didn't know about. And then Malacia, who I did quite like at myself. I think Malacia's a good player. He's meant to be out. I'm not sure for how long too, but they could just play Dallo over there. But that would be my concern, that their squad maybe is that bit thinner than maybe people imagined. And Mount's obviously out as well at the moment. He's not really hit the ground running. He looks a
no,
little bit questionable. Ericsson is obviously not getting any younger, same as Casemiro. Neither of them look. Ericsson's got a bit of a valid excuse for not looking maybe as fit as others, but Casemiro does look a little bit. He looks a bit bigger since
looks a
coming
bit
back from
leggy. Yeah,
pre-season.
looks a bit.
But he was. But to be fair, last year when they signed him, he was a late transfer in, and he missed a little at the start of the season, and it did take him a few games to get into things. So maybe again, the international break could come at a perfect time to them. They still won the game, so they win again next week. International break for a week, 10 days, whatever it is. More time for them to work on whatever they could kick on, but
Hmm.
I'm not looking. They don't look as solid as a unit as, like, obviously I put them to finish, I think, top four ahead of a team like Spurs. But right now, if someone was to ask me who I'd bet my money on to finish higher, I'd be saying Spurs.
Absolutely,
Spurs look a lot more organised.
Spurs at the real deal.
Exactly.
As
But
we
with
spoke
Man
about
U,
last week.
yeah. Man U might
Um,
have the better players, but I think they just don't look as organised at the moment. I think it
yeah.
might not be too long till Ten Hag comes under some sort of pressure, but I think that'll be December time if results aren't coming, and they've got to at least win something, I think, this season, whether it be a cup, or a bigger title, who knows? But I think they've got a
Absolutely.
challenge.
But going on Nottingham Forest, I think they've been very unfortunate in two of their opening three games. Was that loss to United?
Yeah.
I don't think they were poor in that. I think the sort of that golfing quality was really
Oh
evident in
yeah,
that
yeah,
game.
yeah,
Same with the game against Arsenal. I thought Forest. I think they're going to stay up with ease. I really do. I think
yeah.
they've got a very very good squad. That Awani up front looks like a hell of a player.
7 in a
Um,
row now.
Yeah, seven.
Mm.
He looks really good. He's hit a bit of form, which is vital for Forest. I think
Yeah,
what they missed last season was an out and out number nine. Obviously, Awani was
yeah,
injured for quite a bit of time, but now if he can stay fit and can stay scoring goals, I think Forest
yeah.
they will stay up with ease. I think they've got a
They've
very
had a
very
very difficult start as well, as you said at the start. I think they've had United, they've had
Arsenal
Arsenal,
and obviously
and do they have?
Sheffield.
I think they have City next as well. Or if they had, I think they might have City coming up.
Might do. I have no idea what the next game is. They have
I think
Bournemouth, which they won.
they have three really tough away games to start off, and then they have
Hmm.
decent form. So it's almost like these games, if they can get anything, they'll be happy. I'm not sure they're too.
But if they can at least show signs that they're
Yeah,
performing
exactly.
well,
It's more
I
about the
think that's all.
performance, and
That's also a
yeah,
positive. Positive. And
and
obviously,
they've shown they
if you
can
get
score
points from these
goals.
games, that's a bonus
It's
and
a
that's an
bonus,
extra.
exactly. Yeah.
But show a good
So.
performance and keep up with the fight sort of thing, then yeah, that's definitely a bonus for Nottingham
Mm.
Forest.